I'm Rick Hickson from R&J Machine. We've been in business since 1975. We build marine railways, boat lifts, and docks. One of the larger boat lift, marine railway, and dock builders in Canada. Today, I would like to show you our pipe docks, go into a little bit more complexities than what I did in some of the previous films we did. We've had this for roughly 30 years now in this configuration. As you can see, it's all aluminum. The decking on it as such comes off in 4 board panels, so it makes it nice and light to take off and remove in the fall and the winter. Pipe docks, ordinary pipe docks, should come out in the fall and go back in the spring. What we found over the years was with the wave action the way it is now, the waves will come up underneath and it cause the decking panels to lift in that as such and blow off. If your boat's attached to it, you lose your boat. We've started putting hold down strips. Most manufacturers have. What a lot of them will use now is what they call a self-tapping screw. It goes through the aluminum top part and then taps into the aluminum below. Now, all right for the first couple of years. Problem is when you remove it in the fall, put it back in the spring, after a while the threads basically will strip. On this particular dock, we have the cedar decking. You can also have PT Sienna or you can have the PVC. When we do this, the PVC, there's a little clip which folds underneath. Now PVC, which a lot of people are switching to these days, it has the same surface temperature basically as cedar or PT. Composites, which a lot of people refer to, get so hot you can hardly stand on them. Plus they have a large expansion contraction rate. So that's how our panels are made. Now going back to the hold down strips, what we have done with our dock, instead of using the self-tapping screws, we create a little T in here. Now these nuts, as such, slide in there, as such, and then basically what we do from there is we have our little hold down strip, which as you can see, it's got a little tapered end. Now that tapered end will self-adjust the decking. That goes on there. You have your sideboard. This is just basically a cutaway dock. Normally you would have a sideboard which included all the docks. This nut goes down, screws into there. When this is sitting on your sideboard, that applies pressure and locks the decking into shapes. This is adjustable if you have PVC and that or such or cedar. This basically, the board comes up to its level with the board here, and then this provides a clamping effect. As you can see, it's quite heavy. There's your T. This is where the decking sits on. This is basically how the top part fits on. This is welded into the corner. So this creates like a box, which makes for a very strong corner in your dock. With a lot of them, what you'll see is there's basically a solid piece of aluminum here. They've drilled and tapped. After a few years, sometimes if your threads strip, you've got a lot of problems. So this here, all you do is you slide out, put another square nut in, and you're back to square one. So it's a foolproof system built to last for many years. All of our docks use stainless hardware, so you don't have to worry about things seizing up. So these strips here basically run 10, 12, 14 feet long. So you take your nuts out, take the full length strip. This strip in many cases is either 10, 12, or 16 feet long. Take your screws, put them back, just screw them back into the nuts. What this does, it prevents the nuts from sliding out of the channel when you're moving the dock around. So when you come back in the springtime, everything, as you can see, is in the exact same place when you do it this way. If you have a 12-foot dock, you'll have 6 panels. If you have a 16, basically you'll have 8, and so on and so forth. We make the docks in 4, 6, and 8-foot widths. The docks come in 12, 16, 20, and 24-foot lengths. Normally, most pipe docks are 12, 16, sometimes 20s. We can do the pipe docks with L's and T's. Sometimes people will come out and we'll have a 6-foot main dock and we'll have 4, say 6-foot side L's, which all join together. So it'll give you a nice platform, say 24-foot wide by 12 or 16-foot back, so you can put lawn chairs on. A common formation that a lot of people use is the L formation. This lets you basically get to the water and back out. We'll have a ladder on the end, we'll have your cleats, and it keeps your seating area over to one side, so people aren't walking down through the center of your sitting area. With all of our pipe docks, the stringers that we use are placed on 16-inch centers instead of 24s. All of our stringers also are in our extrusion, which is our own design, which is wider than the part that holds it. And as you can see here, when you put your board on, it gives you more surface contact, provides more area. So basically your decking isn't near as bouncy. If you come up in here for a minute, I will show you As I showed you earlier, our leg holders, as you can see down in here, see how they're all welded in, boxed in frame-wise? That's for strength. Most dock assemblies, pipe dock assemblies, start off with a ramp that goes from the shore to the first section. The ramps can be the width of the dock. They come in 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 12 foot lengthwise. The ramps join to the main part basically with a round pipe type hinge, this part here. Basically, because you got to have the ramp that'll be able to tilt down or raise up depending upon the formation. So this just slides in, attaches your ramp quite easily. A lot of times we'll put a T formation or an L formation on a bunch of pipe docks. How the dock sections be either straight out or be in an L or T joined together. We have this part that's welded on the one side of the frame. We have this part that's welded on the other side. So you bring your dock in and basically it just drops down in. So say he's trying to put pins in like we do for the ramp. Just works out great that way. Then when you're all done, we have this little safety key which goes through and it snaps down in basically so the waves can't separate the docks. You can go out for any number of docks. You can run from a 6 to an 8. You can run from a 6 to a 4. You come off, turn rest around. This can go off the side for to add your L's, or you can have them on both sides if you want to go to a T. Picture this attached to another dock section which is going on out. That's how easy it is to join them. Basically one guy on each side, you carry it in, drop it down, it snaps in, put your clip in. Thank you very much for the opportunity to show you our truss dock system. Hopefully you'll like what you're seeing and you'll come and get one off us. Thank you very much.